Before you quit your job, I want you to hear me out. I know what it's like to feel like the work you're doing isn't where you're meant to be long term. Maybe you're a mail carrier walking miles in the heat, a factory worker pulling long shifts, a delivery driver rushing to meet deadlines, or a construction worker putting in back-breaking hours. Or maybe you're sitting behind a desk for 8 hours a day, staring at a screen, struggling to meet a quota, or answering calls that never seem to stop. Maybe your job requires constant travel, working late nights in sales, managing endless paperwork as an administrator, or juggling meetings that leave you drained. Whether it's blue collar or white collar, I know the grind can wear you down. Maybe you're tired of the traffic, tired of your boss, tired of barely getting by. But before you make that decision, let's talk about what God might be saying. In Proverbs 3:5-6, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take. The Bible says in 2 Thessalonians 3:10, those unwilling to work will not get to eat. Work is part of God's design for provision, dignity, and purpose. Maybe your job is funding the business God is calling you to start. Maybe it's teaching you patience. Maybe it's positioning you to move somewhere else in the future. Or maybe you're considering going back to school, and that's fine. Education can be a powerful step forward. But have you thought through how that will look? If you need a babysitter, ask God to open that door. If you need to cut your hours so you can attend classes, pray for Him to make a way. If you'll need help covering tuition, ask for His guidance and provision. But above all, plan. Going back to school doesn't mean quitting work without a safety net. Sometimes the wiser move is to keep working part-time while you study so you can stay afloat financially. If you're thinking about leaving your job, whether for a business, a move, or school, ask yourself, is God leading me out, or am I just running away from discomfort? Do I have another door open, or am I about to create more struggle for myself? Have I prayed and waited for God's timing? Single mom, single dad, or single person doing it all by yourself, I see you. God sees you. This may not be the dream job, but it's meeting your needs. There are people who are sleeping in their cars, under bridges, in shelters, who would trade places with you in a heartbeat. If God is calling you to move to another city or even another country, be wise. Luke 14:28 says, but don't begin until you count the cost. That means plan, save, learn. Connect with people where you're going. Don't just leap without preparation and expect God to bless recklessness. It may not be time to quit that job right now, especially if you don't have a plan. And if you're not fully sure it's God's will for you to leave, trust me, there will be obstacles on any job you go to. Even if you start your own business, there will still be challenges. Is this message telling you not to quit? Absolutely not. It's simply saying, remember why you are where you are. Consider those who depend on you, and don't make irrational decisions. Make sure you have a plan in motion, and most importantly, make sure you are following God's will.